Zombies.
Zambibes.
There's different kinds of like different. Or am I facing? Okay, I'm facing the right way. There's different class apocalypse. There's like I can't quite remember the exact things, but it's essentially like a town, a city, a, a continent, or the world.
Mm-hmm.
Those are essentially what it's broken up into. And what are we talking about here? Because I think world infection is pretty neat. Because that's like a you're screwed, you're on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. That's it, dude. You got one try. Shut up.
Um,
Talk to me about
well, I would say I mean, continent or continent at least, but optimally, like you were saying, world is pretty neat.
optimally the world being infected. Like
Yeah,
that'd be
with
best.
with a zombie virus.
Yeah. So
Because I mean, okay, so zombies don't migrate, at least
not
not
really.
on purpose, and
No,
so like I'm not in like a high population density area, you know?
I don't think I am too horribly high either.
Yeah, like so if my neighbors were suddenly zombies, then okay, there's like 5 zombies outside. Great. Like
Yeah,
if I
it
can
wouldn't be a horribly big of a deal. Now,
that fucking resin, you dumbass.
I don't know why I always throw the resin in, but yeah. So if it was world, I in my neighborhood within like a, it's not, it's one of those neighborhoods that are pretty spaced out. Like the houses, it's not a compact neighborhood. It's a nice
Mhm.
airish, spacious area. So
Mhm.
on our street, it's maybe half a mile long, and it's like maybe 10 or 20 houses long. I don't know exactly, but it's
Okay.
not big. What I'm saying. So you good, man?
I'm
Okay.
good.
Now the trash can lid
I
just
know.
clipped into the wall. But so we wouldn't be horribly screwed. Now the thing in here where we live, there is no attics or basements. It is first story houses as far as the eye can see. Mostly, there are some places that have second story, and I know there's apartments. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm focusing.
Yeah, it's fine.
The best place to go in like a zombie apocalypse is up. If we're talking about slow, dumb zombies,
Mhm.
because they like if what kind of zombies are we talking? Like,
I'd
are they going to
say
slowly get better and stronger, or is there going to be just one like slow type, or are there going to be different kinds?
I mean, when I think of a zombie apocalypse and a zombie, I just think of, the dead kind. Like, have you
Wow.
seen those fungal spiders?
Have
So like those, they're not very fast, but they are technically controlled by the fungus, and they do move. Um,
would the humans have been taken over by the fungus, or would they have been killed and reanimated?
I need to know a little bit more specifics about what that exactly entails. Do you mean are the people still conscious but they just aren't in control of
Like
their body, or
essentially, like not quite conscious, because I know like in I think it's World War Z, or maybe it's I think it's World War Z. The zombies, the people are just they're not dead and like reanimated, but they're really aggressive. Like all they know is the basic instincts
mm-hmm.
of like just
Oh, a
kill.
man hack. Have you fought one of those before?
I fought so many.
Oh, okay.
They're unfun.
Yeah, they
But
are.
yeah. So are we talking dead and alive, or just like it? It's like kind of like a rabies sort of thing.
um I mean, I'd say, first of all, does it really matter?
Not really, but it kind of describes or will make more sense if they're going to be strong fast or dumb slow.
Yeah, so if we wanted like if you
Yeah.
want something that's slower, then I would say the fungus, where it forcefully severs the brain connection to the rest of the body, basically. So that kills you instantly.
Yeah.
um,
And I don't live after that. And then it,
and then it uses your body.
yeah, that, okay, so we've got fungus. So, world class fungus. Now, we're not going to go into, or no, we are. It's transferred by the bite.
Okay.
Or do you want, like, are we talking just bite? Because I know there's a lot of different things. Like, some are like, oh, you always have it, so even if you die, you'll still reanimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you get killed, you reanimate no matter, no, even old age or disease, whatever.
That would be an
There's some,
interesting way of doing it. I don't know if that's the way that I would, you know, think of
I know
doing it.
there's like, if you get bit, like, then it's like lost in your blood, or you get scratched,
Mm-hmm.
then you die or get turned into. Um, what else? I think those are just the two basics. There's anything else is just sassy, like how
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil does theirs. It's
Yeah, I don't
wacky.
know. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't make sense for a fungus to be spread via bite. It would make sense, however, for the fungus to be spread via, uh, like, uh, coughing, uh, explosion of sorts, like a spore release, basically, or something like that. Um,
That
in
makes
which
sense.
case, you're fucked no matter what. Uh,
Yeah. I
Unless
feel
you have
like
access to a clean room and somehow you haven't already been infected.
you're kind of just screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think for sake of discussion, slow dumb zombies, you get infected if you are bitten or scratched.
hmm Basically,
So
open wound comes in
yeah,
contact with someone who's infected.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So where would you go,
Where
and
would I
where would you?
go?
Because I know of good and not goods.
Um, it's a good question. How much of a warning time do we have? Like, if
Let's give you how much do you want? I mean, we can make it. We can make it like you get a week, like the world already knows. I'm sorry, I interrupt something. Here, let's.
oh,
I didn't mean we can build them. Oh,
we
I
can
can't pick them
we
up.
can put them back together.
You guys, you just. I'm sorry.
It's Dolores. Sorry, you don't get that reference from
No,
fucking uh what Umbrella Academy. Yeah, that's what it is.
no,
Anyways,
yeah.
um
So, do you want like
like
a week and
the
there's
the
nothing?
reason the reason why I'm asking for this is not it's not for like myself necessarily, because I don't really care that much about my own, like, oh, how long? Oh god, your computer. Are you still here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, just loading.
Okay.
Next.
Um uh I don't really care about my own like time to prepare. What I want to know is, how uh where where the average person might end up being. Like if they have like, a day in advance, they're like, "Oh, there's this thing, it's like a zombie virus, blah blah blah," then I would expect, at least if the media hyped it up, to be terrible, because it is terrible, theoretically, then uh, I would say that most of them would try to stay indoors or something and at their own houses. So going to somewhere like a supermarket where there's lots of food and shit, would actually be pretty good.
Yeah,
You would also have to go to the electricity company and, make sure that the power doesn't shut off, you'd also have to go to wherever that electricity company gets their power and make sure that the generators don't shut off. You'd also have to go to the
You're
water
thinking
treatment
pretty advanced.
plant.
See, now that would take like a hell of a lot of work
It would take a
because
hell of a lot
like
of
if you got a
work.
day in advance to figure out and make sure all the things aren't just gonna die, that's a lot of preparation. And I understand like that is a smart thing to do to make sure power isn't gonna go out because power is pretty important.
Mm-hmm. At
So
least in our everyday, in our modern day, I guess, lives. Um,
getting that, okay, so let's imagine because power isn't gonna obviously it's not gonna be able to stay out indefinitely with like the majority of the population dead.
mm-hmm.
Let's imagine you've got power for like that's a stretch.
A week.
You've got a week of power.
Okay.
What would you do with that?
Well, I mean, probably the first thing I would do, regardless, is I know of at least 5 houses in my vicinity that have solar panels on their roof. Um,
Yeah,
and I'd take
I guess
all
that's
of
true.
those and I would use those.
Okay, I know we have solar panels, so we would be able to supply our own power for a while.
Well,
Or we
you'd
wouldn't
be
have
able to
as
supply
much.
your own power indefinitely. It's just how
Yeah,
much
yeah, we wouldn't
you
have as
can
much.
run off of it, which is not very
Mhm.
much.
No, you can if you were to get batteries. Maybe then you could just store up power.
Mm-hmm. And you could, I mean, I guarantee you I could set up like a ham radio set and fucking
That you
blast out a signal just to see if anybody's still alive. But are we assuming that anybody's still alive here or not?
I'd say yes. I'm so bad at this. Oh,
Nah, he got behind
um,
cover.
I'm gonna say the majority of the population is dead.
By majority, do you mean like
Like, have you
85,
ever seen The Walking Dead?
95, 100?
I'd no. Okay, 100. You're giving yourself pretty good odds for a 100% mortality.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's dead, but I survived.
So
Um,
what would you say
I'm
it
saying
is?
say 80%, which
80%?
is yeah. Does that seem like too much
That
or not enough?
that seems like not like 80% of the population is dead. That's what you mean, right?
Yes,
That seems like not enough people dead for like
really.
cuz that's
How many people would that be? I don't actually know because we've got like 7 billion of us, right?
7 billion, so uh
Ow.
that would be approximately god, my brain. Uh shit, that would be 56 uh 5.6 billion, I believe, would be what you have left.
1,000 or billion
Or
or million?
shit, sorry. God, my brain. That's how much you or how many people you
Be
would
dead.
lose. 5.6 billion, I think.
Okay, so that leaves like a couple of us.
Or maybe I got it backwards. Maybe it was 560 million or billion or no, yeah, million. God, my brain. God damn.
Really struggling with this one,
I'm
man.
really struggling. Holy shit. Hold on, let me just fucking get out a calculator. That'll be way quicker. 7.5 billion, let's assume, times 0.85. So the number of people who would have died is 6.375 billion people. So that's, I mean,
Oh,
and that is, what was that? I did an 85% death rate,
yeah.
basically. Um,
So there wouldn't
and
be many.
there wouldn't be many left, but here's the thing, okay? when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking, okay, so that means that out of every 100 people, there are, like, there are 15 people left alive, okay?
15 out of 100 live.
15 out of 100 live. That's pretty
Not a
fucking
lot.
high. That's a lot of people.
Really?
Yes.
I guess.
There are more than 5,000 people that
Yeah.
go to my high school.
Oh, that would. Yeah, actually, no, that makes sense. That would be a lot of people.
So I mean, you'd have enough people to keep the energy grid and the water running, and
All right, let's go with like a 95%.
95%.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
95%.
better. Are dead. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That means
that's pretty much everyone. Ow.
yeah. So 95% of people are dead. That means there's not enough people to sustain the power grid, or not consistently. Let's assume that there's not enough. You don't get power. We're being stingy.
Sorry, I'm the man
I'm
who
just trying
gets
to survive
power.
here.
There's resin to your left immediately. On the thing, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Oh, you. So I don't get power. What would I do first?
Not for. Yeah. Okay. How about let's get more specific. Where would you go? Like, how would you set up?
How would I set up? I think
Yeah.
the first thing that would be on my mind is getting a food source, a permanent food source, not like going to the grocery store and buy or just fucking stealing all the food, but like something like plants that can grow the food
like getting
and shit.
a farm started.
Yeah.
Where would you go? Like city, country, forest. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It really the urban area I think is pretty good for a zombie apocalypse. Like, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be quite a few zombies, but I mean, they're dumb, and like, just the main in the zombie like shows and stuff. The main enemy is not the zombies. It's how the people are acting. Yeah. And I mean, I'm fairly confident that if I did find any people and they were for some reason lunatics like they are on the shows, that I could be like, hey, listen, bitch, okay? We've got a problem. I'm not out to get you. You shouldn't be out to get me, okay? We need to be in this together.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then you kill them because they're a lost cause at that point.
Yeah, and I'm probably way better at killing them than they are at killing me because they probably have a fucking office job and don't think of anything logically or don't have to.
You take that. Close the door. Okay. God, black men. How did you live?
God. I like in general though, one of my first priorities would probably be power because power is so incredibly useful. Oh shit, that looked bad. Oh.
Would you mind? Okay. Yeah, definitely power is important. I think I'd go if you were in a first story building, you'd want to, or just on a first story, a single story building, you'd probably want to cover all the windows because they're going to be. Would you want drawn towards light? You know, they're like, hey, it's right over there. That's just right. So they go right, and so you covered the windows.
Which, I mean, most houses already have something called blinds.
Right?
Yeah, so I mean,
Could you?
fucking not.
Oh,
My God, Owen.
cool.
Whew. There are a
Did you
lot of
quit throwing things
zombies.
at me?
Oh my God. You're almost dead.
Yeah, I'm not doing too hot now, am I?
You can stab them with that. Did you know that? The
Hitting him with
the
a can
screwdrivers.
my tube top.
Anyways, I think you can at least. I could be wrong, I guess.
Mm.
But yeah, obviously I think power is the number. I mean, power will allow you to produce so much more of everything. Um, more food, more water, more everything.
Everything.
More
Yeah.
power. I mean, hell.
Why are you walking backwards? Why am I doing that? Wait. What are you doing?
Owen. God. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. You good?
Yeah. Oh
I
my
didn't think.
God.
Please, I just want to go up.
You got them mad hops. What the fuck?
I don't even know, man.
Oh man, the jokes just write themselves, don't they?
They do, man, and I'm not enjoying writing.
God. So,
Stop walking backwards.
but,
Stop.
I mean, so, I know you didn't really seem to want me on to do, stuff with power or whatever, but, uh, the, in a real life scenario, we're gonna assume that you know, power is on for the time being, but until all the automated systems, um, uh, you know, die, uh, and and stuff, then it's still on. What I would do is I would obviously, like I said, number one priority is getting power. And you know what's really easy to do when you have power? That's right, getting power. Uh, so, um, uh, I would. I mean, if there were enough people alive that I could kind of like reliably be like, hey, you guys, any of you work at ye olde electricity farm? uh, and shit like that, and maybe ask them questions, or just be like, hey, we need power, and if so, that would be optimal. However, you can't rely on other people, because we don't know if there's going to be other people. So I would just make my way to the location. I'm gonna assume all of the like websites and stuff also still work until they would realistically just kind of die. Um, and I would probably just use fucking Google Maps to find my nearest power plant or power provider or something, and use Snapchat to communicate with survivors. No.
Really just going like the worst route possible for long-term survival. This is not going to get you far.
What, using Google Maps to get power or the Snapchat to find survivors?
Both. Did you say using Google Maps to get power?
Yeah, to navigate to a power facility so that I could uh, attempt to basically hotwire it, or yeah, yeah, that's the word, right? Fucking, uh, but yeah, I would basically try and get power indefinitely turned on for me on a power distribution center, and then I would try and go to the power generation areas uh, and work on uh, figuring out how to keep them running. I imagine most of it is automated, uh, but obviously not everything will be. So, uh, but yeah. Anyways, and I mean I've worked with machines. I know how to maintain machines. So that shouldn't be too hard. Obviously, if I need like a new part, then that's just kind of fucked. Uh,
Yeah. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
yeah. I mean, I could try and fix it and everything, but if
But it doesn't work.
it doesn't work, yeah, for the
It
most
just
part.
doesn't work.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, that would be no good. I feel
And
like
yeah.
okay, so if I was chilling, if you was in a second story building, building a
Sorry, I
story,
started talking about all that shit, and you were just looking for
why is it walking backwards so much?
you were looking for a different type of response. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. But what I'd do is I'd be second story house theory. You'd wanna break all the stairs that lead to the second story. Because zombies, they don't know how to use ladders. They use stairs. They you know, they use
No, I don't actually.
no, you're not very far if you know how to walk. I don't know, box is a problem.
Oh no, you dropped your box.
Stop walking.
Is
These
that a
dudes just like
fucking...
pushing
Oh my
backwards.
god. Oh my god, if you carry that around, I love it. Oh my god, you've gotta fill it. You've gotta fill it. Ah, shit.
You boys don't mind if I use a little technology.
Temkamamanamu.
Sort of running a bit late, my guy, and you
And I'm
live.
gonna be honest, also, in like a zombie apocalypse, something like a tank would be 100% necessary.
Yeah.
Um, or well, I mean, it wouldn't be necessary, but it would be easy enough to get that you could say it's necessary.
I don't know how easy a tank is to get. I gotta be honest.
Owen,
Like, I'm not saying it isn't easy, but you
everyone's
can.
dead, and at least where I live, there's like 5 military museums, and they have functional tanks there. Like,
Yeah.
you can just kind of walk in and take it if it was a zombie apocalypse, obviously.
Yeah. Obvious. I mean, I don't know where to get. Because I know we've got a lot of. Oh. Stop! You're stuck! You idiot!
You should have saved when you edited your preferences earlier. I thought that that's what you were doing, but it
No,
wasn't.
I keep walking backwards randomly. It's getting really annoying.
Hmm.
Don't know why. No, but so yeah, I know we've got a lot of airfields. Like I know there's one super close. We used to see them flying over our house all the time, like almost daily. We'd have planes
Mm.
flying over. They were like, "Hey, we going this way?"
Hey,
I
we
know one
going this
time
way?
a helicopter. It seemed like it was trying to land in our yard. Like it got so close to the ground. It was maybe 30 feet off the ground.
Wow.
I would have to guess, because you've seen a helicopter land. Once they're about 30 to 20 feet off the ground, everything starts getting blown up like really aggressively.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it was like in the backyard. And we heard it chip chopping, and it got
We heard a
away.
chip chopping.
Yeah, we saw it leaving. It was like, wow, that's oddly close. So yeah, that was something
Interesting.
almost got me.
I would not be comfortable flying a helicopter. I mean, if I had to, I feel like I could figure it out just fucking eventually, like without breaking anything, as long as it was grounded first, obviously. Um,
Nah, you're just gonna start flying this thing in the air. We're gonna drop you out of a plane with the helicopter. You better
yeah.
figure it out. You've got
If you
minutes.
can't figure it out, that's not our fucking problem.
The helicopter, it's fine. We can make more.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what I think at least.
I
I don't
mean,
know, man.
so we kind of got a little sidetracked there.
Yeah.
Um,
We
but
are at
how?
30 minutes right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Oh,
if oh shit,
talk
your
about it.
stream paused.
If you want
It's
to keep going, we can,
crashed.
or we can stop here.
Let's just stop. If you
All
liked
right.
it,
Well,
hit the
this was a
like
fun
button.
little thing.
It was kind of fun.
We were just like, hey, we got a topic we want to talk about, and I'm
Yeah.
playing a game, so we just kind of threw it together. So if you liked that kind of just like, um, we don't know what's happening, but we're gonna talk about stuff, kind of vibe, tell us, because we'd love to make content that we like to make and that you guys like to watch.
Mhm.
So
And
thanks.
also, if you liked it, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you didn't like it, uh, I don't really know why you'd still be watching it, but yeah.
You are instructor Chris back.
What?
But yeah, hand over some game suggestions, any kind. Could be spooky, could be not spooky, could be spooky, but in real life, but not real. You know,
Mhm.
anything. But thanks for looking content.